Okay. This one is maybe not meant to be done. This is the third go round at starting it. We'll see. All right. Now, I'm in my little stick figure persona for a purpose. I want you to step out of identifying with the body. How about just being the bare energy field there? Just the energy around yourself. And not be so stuck on the body or the mind. Give it a go. Be in heart. Of course, that's a well duh. Now, I've been listening to more videos lately than I normally do, and I'm starting to get full up on the Advaita thing. You know, it's great and it's not everything. All right, so there are so many questions. The mind has endless questions. And I just thought I would like to see if I could turn the camera on and maybe help bring people to heart and give them an experience of their questionless being. Did you know you had one of them? Yeah, you've got a space and a place inside there where you really, literally don't have any questions. And that probably sounds at least semi-crazy to you. But you know, you're multidimensional, so why not? Why not consider that that could be so? Can you see an advantage in it? Can you see how it would be nice not to have endless questions? And can you see how the questions have to be endless because it's of the mind and because there's infinity and eternity and there's no reaching anything ultimate in creation. It just goes on and on and on and on and on, and there's always a new vista, there's always a new horizon. And so by definition there would always be new questions. That's just how it is. And so that's one way of being. That's one way of experiencing life, is to be in the questioning self, the self that's learning and growing and developing and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's just that we know that so well. Come on, we do. You don't need anybody to teach you about that part of yourself. Actually, you don't need anybody to teach you about anything. Nobody can. But we can help remind one another of that which we've simply forgotten. These other layers and aspects of being have been unused for a long while we've been taking this long trek in the mind, with the mind, as the mind. We've so identified with it that we might as well say we are that. That's how it's been for a very long time now. And now we've reached a point, at least here in the US, where I have to say our whole educational system, we might as well flush it. It doesn't educate. If I had school-age children, I would not be making any plans whatsoever to send them to university. It's just endless social programming. And the quality of the education just isn't there. There's no such thing as a good, broad education anymore. And that's sad. I mean, you can have it, but it has to be self-taught or homeschooled or that kind of thing. Anyway, not to go on and on about that, because what I want to share here is to take a trek from the head into the heart and maybe spend a few moments in that timeless place inside where there are literally no questions. There's no curiosity. You have a different way of knowing, and you know all you need to know. What you're doing is you're directly experiencing, and Advaita is really good for that, as far as all there is sound happening. There's fragrances happening. There's noise happening. There's things are just happening. Movement is happening. People are happening to be talking, and it's just happening. And there doesn't need to be anything mental going on with this. It's all just originating out of the silence, out of the emptiness, and that's beautiful. And it doesn't take questioning. The words that I share with you, my friends, originate from this empty space. They don't come from the head. And I wonder if you can imagine what that's like. I think when you journal, you can, because you can see how it just flows. It literally just flows. And often you will be amazed by what comes off your pen, your pencil, or your keyboard. And you'll find things that you didn't know that you knew. You'll find concerns that you weren't aware that you had. And it's just an amazing adventure. And it's experiencing the flow of being in the now. And it's in that questionless place where there's just a flowingness to things. And the more quote unquote time you spend here, the more comfortable you get to be able to relax into it. And you see with new eyes, with heart vision. And you realize that everything that comes your way, barring nothing, everything that comes your way, I don't care if somebody comes along and punches your lights out, everything that comes your way brings blessing. Beginning and end of story. You don't question it, you just know it. It's just so obvious. It's just so obvious. And anything and everything you look at, it's love. It's not that you love it. There's love flowing through, you know, and you just participate in the flow of that love. And it's a really interesting space to be. It's not mushy. It's not religious. It's not even really spiritual, friends. It beggars description. I like that. Beggars description. That's a good one. So, but it's accessible because everybody has a heart, and nobody has to be perfect to access their heart. Everybody's heart beats. The sun shines on everybody. The rain falls on everybody. It's a real, certain really, really important things are equal opportunity for one and all. That's how it is. The really important stuff, we're equal. Nobody's got a better chance than you. Nobody's got a better shot at anything than you. Those concepts don't even make sense so much. But it's kind of fun too to be betwixt and between, where we're still in the head enough to be able to at least relate to it and to remember what it was like, and to understand that way of being very well, thank you. And yet we're enough in the heart to be able to see the vast difference, the major contrast between the ways of being here. Being in the heart is so vastly different. Again, of course, it beggars description, but there's physical sensation to it, Of course, I'm feeling in the body, in the physicality, a lot more flow of chi and of energy lately. And so I don't know to what extent my own health and working with the healers as I am, and all the DNA changes and upgrades and everything going on, I don't know, I can't assign understanding to all of the vast panoply of things that are interacting to make up what I'm experiencing. but there's actual physical sensation involved with being in heart. Um, I used to try to pretend like I would pull up a chair in my heart and I would sit there and I would gaze out at the world from the level of the chest. And that was one way that's back in the days when I was training myself to always have my attention in my chest. And that's just one of the ways I would do it. And I don't know how useful that is. We're so used to looking out from our eyes and to having our consciousness in our head that it really takes some focus to put yourself elsewhere in the body for any appreciable length of time. And heck, length of time isn't really important. One thing is to pretend you're breathing in through the heart and out through the heart. That's another way to simply kind of help pin your attention to that spot or that rough area. So, being in heart is so peaceful, my friends. Even if it's only something that you can do for a few moments, maybe while you're waiting for the elevator or something, walking to and from the car on the way to groceries or to work, or whatever. Um, it it provides such a break from the rat race and from the tension and from the little squirrel cage up there with the mind just bippity bopping round and round and round on that wheel. It's just so nice to drop down into heart and just be and sense the emptiness. There's a spaciousness there. And it's fun too, having the little adventures going on the journeys that I take you on sometimes where you can go be the house or go be the cosmos or, let's go visit the sun or whatever. Maybe we'll do some more of that pretty soon. And the entry point for all of it is the heart. It's a magical kingdom. Disney's got nothing on your heart, absolutely nothing. So, okay, I don't know how successful this has been at offering anything. I can only know how it feels coming through me, not so much what it feels like to be you and on the receiving end of the energy. But I'm really looking forward to recording some recent written journals that are kind of feisty. It was, sometimes there's such a joy flow in the writing that you just want to share it. So, love to you all, dear family of light. See you soon. Hey, it winked. Oh, that's funny. Look at that. I wink, but my pupil remains above. Oh, that's hilarious. Will it wink with the other eye? Oh my God. Ah, success, success. Yay! See you soon. Bye-bye.